Okay, everybody, this is Harry Parker. Welcome back. Module 3, installing WordPress on your new GoDaddy site. This is going to be fun. This is where you're going to actually create your first website. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, I'm going to assume that you're already logged into your GoDaddy account. Just simply go to My Account button on the right-hand corner. On the left-hand side under your products, click Hosting. And under My Products, under Web Hosting tab, you're going to see next to your primary domain, Launch. Go ahead and click that. So we're launching our hosting. And as you know, in the upper left-hand corner here, you see Hosting Control Center. This is where we control a lot of different things. Right now, we're going to do WordPress. Under Applications, Install and Manage on the right-hand side, you'll see WordPress. Go ahead and click that. Now we're into our WordPress installation. So we are going to look at this as WordPress 3.1. This is what we want. 3.2.1. This is what we want. Go all the way down here. You see Install Now. Click the button. And here we are on the installation screens. Pick your domain that you want it to go under. On the bottom right hand, click Next. And here's where we are going to set up the application. So it gives us a data username here, and that's that's what it is. You're gonna have to make notes. But on the database description, you want to be very, very specific here. So I'm gonna put this database is my test install. So I know that is going to be different from all the other ones that I have. This password is for the database itself. So use something simple, and remember you'll get an email with all this information. Make sure you save the email, copy the information to your web info page that we created back in Module 2 so that you can remember all this stuff. You want to keep all this stuff somewhere so you can remember it. So I'm going to create a password here. And simply click Next. Now, mine is this test install is going into harryparkeronline.com, right? Now, if I wanted my domain name to be the site name, to like when I typed in harryparkeronline.com, I would leave that blank. But I highly suggest that you don't do that. We can change it later, and I'll show you how to do this. How to do it's very, very simple to do, but the reasoning is you want all your WordPress folders, all of the WordPress stuff in one folder on your domain name, because under your domain folder you will be installing other stuff. You'll be putting other media. You'll be using that folder, and if it has all the WordPress stuff in it, it's very likely you could accidentally delete, or just worse yet, it's confusing. So what I like to do is put a folder here. So I'm just going to say, and use all lowercase too, by the way, because this is the actual address. So I'm going to put test site here. So that's going to create a folder within harryparkeronline.com on test site. So, and then I'm going to show you how to make your root domain, which is, like for me, it would be harryparkeronline.com, be the full address. But for right now, your address for your site will be whatever your domain name is, / whatever you call this folder. And I like to just call it, to be quite honest, I like to call it just site. Just like that, site. But for my purposes, I'm going to do this just so it helps me stay more clear. And then I'm going to put next. And now this is where we create our admin name and password. and my password. And then the email that you're going to be using on the site. And if you just created your new email, use your new email. We're going to work on getting gravatars later. If you don't know what that is, it's a very simple process to get a gravatar. I'm going to go into my account. I've got to get a new one, so I'm going to show you how to do that too. So I'm just going to put the email that I'm using. The blog title is test blog. And finish. Let's see what happens here. And this is really it. This is how simple it is. Really, I don't know how many people you remember back in the early 90s, but it wasn't anywhere near this simple. So my installation has been submitted. I'm going to go ahead and punch up and go home. We are done here. This site is now up, and it should be up in about 15 minutes, so we'll come back and see what that looks like, and I'll show you. I'm just going to leave it right here and wait, and we should get an email actually when it gets set up, but give it about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and we'll come back. I'll see you then. Alright everybody, we're back. It's been about 10-15 minutes. Let's go in here and type in the address and see if our site is up and running. So my address, remember I put it in a folder, so I'm not just here at parkeronline.com, I'm on here at parkeronline.com test site. That is the site that is the folder that so this is actually my full address. Your full address will be this whole full address with whatever this folder is. So you can see that as my full address. That'll be your full address with whatever your folder is right here and whatever your domain name. Hope that's clear enough. Let's see what happens. Be the first time this thing's being opened. So we cross our fingers. Sometimes it takes longer for the WordPress install to actually happen. It's very rare though. It's usually very fast, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, and you're up and running. So you can imagine how quickly you can create one site. Especially these affiliate marketers are creating sites that are only 4 or 5 pages. You know, they can create 3 or 4 in a day and make a really nice living at it. Waiting, and there we go. There is our test site right there. I have literally, how long did that take us? 15-20 minutes maybe. I have a full site ready to go. And I'm going to go a little bit further here with you guys. Make sure you download your PDF. I've got all kinds of to-do stuff for you to get you acclimated as quickly as possible to this. So make sure you do your homework. Right here you'll see your login information, and if you notice up here in the address bar when I go to log in, it's going to change, and it's a good thing to just bookmark the site too, for if any reason you lose this login data. For me, I remember it. Anybody who does WordPress will remember their WordPress login address, but it's nice to go ahead and just bookmark the site. So, bookmark your site in general, and then when you go to log in, bookmark, and you can see what it does right here. This extension, you don't even need to do PHP, but if you just remember this, WP-login, that'll get you to your login page. And then I just log in. Ta-da! And this is going to take us to our dashboard, and the dashboard is your that's the front seat of your new Star Trek ship. Okay, so here's our dashboard, and this to the left side here, I'm going to close all of these buttons. Okay, this section here to the left is your dashboard. This is your control panel, okay? And you want to go through all of these. You want to click on every one of these, pull down all these menus, and click on everything and look everything over. That's part of your homework. And part of your homework is learn how to make a post and how to make a page. Understand the difference between what a post to page is. So as you can see, I expand all these, and I suggest you can start at the top and work down or whatever. But to get used to this and learn, figure out, just go over here and just by opening these up and looking at them and read them, it's pretty self-explanatory, and you'll start to see. And then this is basically your main page here with whatever you're looking at. Whatever button you push is where you're going to be looking. This is your home page. Gives you a count here. Goodness gracious. First thing probably is settings. Go to general, fill out some stuff there, and you'll see, just going through this, you will get used to it. So make sure that you download the PDF, your action steps, and get moving on it. I'll give you a couple days to get through some of this stuff. It's really, really simple stuff. But once you get this far, you should congratulate yourself. If you've made it this far and you actually have it up and running, you should congratulate yourself. And I think I'm going to try and do something for everybody here. I haven't quite figured out what, but we should get together and see who built what and what they got going and what their site names are. And here in general settings, I always change that one for sure. You see, you can change your title. This one should be a short description of your site. And then these boxes here, we will change later. I'll show you how to do all this, and we'll get rid of this. Everything will stay in that folder, but yet you can still use just your domain name. And I'll show you how to do that. But for now, that concludes this module for now. Make sure you do your homework, and we will see you back in Module 4.